Children, in the last class we have studied what is the application of derivative. We can use the derivative for finding rate of change of quantities. Here the second application is we can use derivative for finding whether the given function is increasing or decreasing or not. So, increasing and decreasing functions. So, consider the graph of the function y equal to x square. Okay. What is the shape of this graph? It's parabolic. So, I am doing one rough figure like this. Y equal to x square. So, x and y, what are the values? Here the point is 0. So, when x is 0, y is also 0. First you consider the right hand side, then x1, x2, 1, 2, 3 like that. So, when x is 1, what is the y value? It is 1 itself. When x is 2, that becomes 4. When x is 3, it becomes 9 like that. So, when we move from this origin to this right hand side, x values increasing. X is 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, it goes on increasing. Then what is the value? Value of the function, that is what is the value of y? Y is also increasing. X is increasing, at the same time y is also increasing. So, we can say that the function y is equal to x square is increasing in the right hand side. Okay. Then what about the left side? Left side x and y. Here it is 0 is there, when x is 0, y is 0. Here we have minus 1, minus 2 like that. So, when x is minus 1, y is 1. When x is minus 2, that is 4, minus 3, 9. So, what happened in the left hand side? X value goes on decreasing. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 like that. But what about y value? 1, 4, 9 like that goes on increasing. So, x is decreasing but y is increasing. So, we can say that in the left hand side the function is decreasing. So, that is the general meaning. So, in the right hand side x increasing, at the same time y also increasing. So, we can say that the function is increasing in the right hand side. But in the left hand side x is decreasing but y is increasing, just opposite. So, we can say that function is decreasing. So, what is the definition? So, look at the definition. Suppose I means it is an open interval in the domain of the real valued function. Here what is the domain of this function y is equal to x square? Domain means set of all x values. We can give any real number to this x, that is domain is equal to R. So, here the definition is like this: let I be an open interval in the domain of the real valued function f. Then the function f is said to be increasing on I if x1 is less than x2. x1 is smaller than x2, which implies f of x1 is less than or equal to f of x2. x1 is smaller than x2. x1 and x2 are, x1 is smaller than x2, but f of x1 at the same time f of x1 also less than and equal to f of x2. For every x1, x2 belongs to this I, x1 and x2 are in the domain. So, this is the definition of increasing. Then you look this strictly increasing. Strictly increasing, the function f is said to be strictly increasing on I if x1 is less than x2, like this one. x1 is less than x2 implies f of x1 is less than f of x2. Compare these two. Here we have equal also. Here just less than. So, just less than means that is strictly. If it is equal symbol is there, then that is increasing or decreasing. If equal symbol is not there, you have to write strictly. So, strictly increasing. Here less than, here also less than, here less than or equal. But look at this decreasing. Decreasing function is said to be decreasing on I if x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 greater than or equal, just opposites symbols, greater than or equal to f of x2 for every x1, x2 belongs to I. So, that is said to be decreasing. Then strictly decreasing on I means x1 less than x2 implies f of x1 greater than. Strictly means greater than, no equal symbol. Decreasing is greater than or equal. So, just you remember that here less than means here opposite symbol for every x1, x2 belongs to I. So, this is the general definition of increasing and decreasing functions. Then one more definition, that is, let x0 be a point in the domain of definition of real valued function. A function f, this x0 be a point in the domain of that function. Then a function f is said to be increasing at x0. At x0, in the previous one, the function is said to be increasing on I, that interval. Let I be an open interval in the domain. For a function we have domain, this I means it is an open interval in the domain. Here in the second definition we take one particular point. A function f is said to be increasing at x0 means there exists an open interval. There exists an open interval. How to write the open interval? Look here, x0 minus h and x0 plus h. If x0 is 1, then 1 plus this h is a positive number greater than 0. So, if a function is said to be increasing at 1, we can find an open interval. Let 1 plus something, a small number, h is always a small number, positive number, 1 plus and 1 minus, such that we can find an open interval like this. Then, as in the previous definition, there exists an open interval. Then x1 less than x2 implies f of x1. Here it is increasing. So, f of x1 less than or equal to f of x2 for every x1 comma x2 belongs to this interval. Which interval? x0 minus h and x0 plus h. Clear? So, the first definition is a function f is said to be increasing or strictly increasing, or decreasing or strictly decreasing on I. What is this I? I is an open interval in the domain of the real valued function. Then the conditions, x1 less than x2, that is in everywhere. Then for increasing f of x1 less than or equal to f of x2, strictly increasing means f of x1 less than f of x2, and decreasing f of x1 greater than or equal to f of x2, and strictly means f of x1 greater than f of x2. Then second definition is a function f is said to be increasing or strictly increasing, decreasing or strictly decreasing. There are 4 types. Here I am discussing increasing only. Increasing at x0, where x0 is a point in the domain of the function. So, we can find an open interval x0 minus h and x0 plus h, where h is greater than 0, such that x1 less than x2 implies, x1 and x2 are points in this interval, such that f of x1 implies f of x1 less than or equal to f of x2. Then we can say that function is increasing at x0. The similar definition for strictly increasing. So, you have to don't put this equal symbol, then decreasing and strictly decreasing. So, these are the general definition, but here what we are studying, the application of derivatives. So, where we use the derivative for finding increasing or decreasing functions. So, there is a theorem, that is theorem number 1. The theorem states like this: let f be continuous on closed interval AB and differentiable on open interval AB. In the last chapter you studied this continuity and this type of theorem, Rolle's theorem and the mean value theorem. It is related to that. From that only this we can derive. So let f be a continuous function on closed interval ab and differentiable on open interval ab. Then f is increasing. F is increasing in closed interval ab means f dash x greater than 0 for each x belongs to ab. So increasing means derivative should be greater than 0 for each x belongs to open interval. When we do problems, it will be more clear. And here f is decreasing in closed interval ab means f dash x less than 0. Increasing means derivative must be greater than 0, decreasing is less than 0 for each x belongs to open interval. Then f is constant means what? F dash x is equal to 0 for each x belongs to open interval ab. Now here we have only increasing, decreasing, then remarks also. Here strictly increasing and strictly decreasing. So f is strictly increasing in ab, here it is not closed. Strictly, when we write strictly increasing or strictly decreasing, you have to write always open interval, and increasing and decreasing we write closed interval. So strictly increasing in open interval ab if f dash x greater than 0. Then f is strictly decreasing in open interval ab means f dash x less than 0 for each x belongs to open interval ab. Then a function is said to be increasing or decreasing in R means if it is so in every interval of R. R means set of real numbers. So a function is said to be increasing or decreasing in R means it should be increasing or decreasing in every interval of R. Then only we can say that function is increasing or decreasing in R. So we can consider one example, children. Look this example. F of x is cos x. Then the function, we can prove the function is strictly decreasing in open interval 0 pi and decreasing in closed interval. Look the difference. Strictly means open, decreasing closed, and strictly increasing in open interval pi to 2 pi and increasing in closed interval pi to 2 pi. Then how we prove? Using the theorem, the function is cos x. First of all, you have to find its derivative. What is f dash x? It is minus sin x. Okay. Then here interval, the first interval is 0 to pi. 0 to pi means first and second quadrant. In the first and second quadrant, sine function is positive. So for each x belongs to the open interval 0 to pi, sin x is positive. When we take any x from that interval, except these 2 points 0 and pi, the sin x is positive. So what about, therefore minus sin x is negative. Okay. So we can write as this f dash x. What is f dash x? Minus sin x, that is negative. F dash x is negative. F of x is cos x, f dash x is minus sin x. Sin x is positive in the first and second quadrant. Sin x is positive, but minus sin x is negative. So f dash x is negative for each x belongs to open interval 0 pi. Am I right? So what we can write? F is strictly decreasing. F is strictly decreasing. Is it clear, children? F of x is given as cos x. We have to find f dash x. F dash x is minus sin x. Sin x is positive in the first and second quadrant. So minus sin x is negative in the interval 0 to pi. When we take any x from that interval, f dash x is negative. If f dash x is negative, we can say that function is strictly, I didn't put here equal sign, when we take open interval, f dash x cannot be 0. So, f dash x is negative, so we can write f is strictly decreasing. Then if I take closed interval, what happened? If I take closed interval, we have to include 0 and pi. We have to take that values also. So, when x is equal to 0, what is this? Sin x. When x is equal to 0, sin x is equal to 0, sin 0 is 0. Then when x is pi, sin pi is again 0. So, at that two values 0 and pi, the function derivative will be 0 also. So, we can write f dash x for each x belongs to closed interval 0 to pi, f dash x, how is f dash x? Less than or equal to 0. Therefore, f is decreasing. F is decreasing in which interval? Closed interval 0 to pi. I hope you understood. First we find the derivative. F dash x is minus sin x. Sin x is positive in the first and second quadrant, and the first strictly decreasing is given as open interval. It is always open interval. So, we never consider 0 and pi. So, in between, that is in the first and second quadrant, sin function is positive, but derivative is minus sin x. So, it is always negative. F dash x is negative. It is less than 0. So, we can say that function is strictly decreasing in open interval 0 to pi. Then when we consider the closed interval 0 to pi, we have to give 0 and pi to the sin x. So, sin value is 0 at these 2 points. So, f dash x is less than or equal to 0 for each x belongs to closed interval. So, we can say that function is decreasing. Then the same way we can do this. Pi to 2 pi means third and fourth quadrant. Third and fourth quadrant sin function is negative. So, for each x belongs to pi to 2 pi. When I take open interval, this f dash x means it is minus sin x. This f dash x, in this third and fourth quadrant, sin function is negative. Negative of negative becomes positive. So, for each x belongs to these two intervals, f dash x is positive. It's never be equal to 0. F dash x is positive. Therefore, f is strictly increasing. In which interval? In open interval pi to 2 pi. Then what about closed interval pi to 2 pi? For each x belongs to closed interval pi to 2 pi. That is, we have to give pi and 2 pi to sin. So, sin pi is 0, sin 2 pi is also 0. So, we get f dash x is positive as well as 0. So, greater than or equal to 0. Therefore, f is increasing. F is increasing in closed interval pi to 2 pi. Understood the difference? So, the first one, look, the first one strictly decreasing in open interval 0 to pi, but decreasing in closed interval 0 to pi, and it is strictly increasing in open interval pi to 2 pi and increasing in closed interval pi to 2 pi. Then one more thing, children, here the upper portion function is decreasing and this lower portion, this down, the function is increasing. So, when we consider the whole interval 0 to 2 pi, 0 to pi function decreasing, pi to 2 pi function increasing. But when we consider this whole interval 0 to 2 pi, half portion function increasing, half portion function decreasing. So, we say that f is neither decreasing nor increasing in which interval? 0 to 2. Okay, 0 to pi function decreasing, pi to 2 pi function increasing. So when we consider 0 to 2 pi, that interval function, we can say that function neither decreasing nor increasing. So there is a case like that also. Okay, I hope you understood this. Thank you.